Most cars don't die of old age, they die of neglect, one small habit at a time, repeated for years until something finally breaks. These 17 habits are what actually separate a car that dies at 120,000 miles from one that's still running strong past 300,000, and none of them require any special skill, expensive tools, or a mechanic's shop. Number 1. Never let your tank drop below a quarter full. Your fuel pump isn't cooled by air, it's cooled and lubricated by the fuel surrounding it inside the tank. Running low repeatedly forces the pump to run dry or nearly dry, overheating it a little more each time, and that damage adds up silently over months. A fuel pump replacement typically runs $400 to $900 depending on the vehicle, and it's almost entirely avoidable with this one habit alone. Number 2. Change your oil on schedule, not when it's convenient. Old oil breaks down and turns to sludge right when the engine needs protection most, during cold starts and hard acceleration, which is exactly when most internal wear happens. Skipping oil changes is one of the single biggest predictors of an engine dying before its time, and it's also one of the cheapest habits to maintain. Number 3. Clean your mass airflow sensor once a year. A thin film of dust and oil residue builds up on the sensing element over tens of thousands of miles, sending inaccurate readings to your computer that waste fuel and cause rough idling for months before anyone notices. This 15-minute job with an $8 can of cleaner regularly prevents shops from recommending unnecessary oxygen sensor or fuel injector replacements that can run into the hundreds of dollars. Number 4. Flush your coolant every few years, not just when it looks dirty. Coolant loses its ability to prevent corrosion inside the engine long before it changes color, and by the time you notice a problem, internal corrosion may already be underway inside the radiator, water pump, or even the head gasket area. Number 5. Replace your transmission fluid on the manufacturer's schedule, even if a shop tells you it's lifetime fluid. Most transmissions that fail early simply ran on old, degraded fluid for far too long, and fresh fluid is one of the cheapest ways to protect a component that can cost $3,000 or more to replace. Number 6. Keep your tires properly inflated. Underinflated tires wear unevenly, generate more heat, and quietly hurt your fuel economy every single day you drive on them, while also increasing the odds of a blowout under heavy load or in hot weather. Number 7. Don't ignore a rough idle. It's almost always a cheap sensor issue or a dirty throttle body, not the expensive engine or transmission problem it often feels like, and catching it early keeps the fix cheap instead of letting it snowball into something bigger. Number 8. Warm up your engine gently on cold mornings instead of flooring it right away. Oil needs a minute to fully circulate and reach every component, and hard acceleration before that happens causes real wear on cold metal parts that never fully repairs itself. Number 9. Clean off battery terminal corrosion as soon as you see it. A weak or corroded connection forces your alternator and starter to work harder every time you turn the key, shortening the life of both, and a new alternator alone can cost several $100s installed. Number 10. Don't ignore small oil leaks. A $5 gasket replaced today prevents an engine running dry and overheating later, which can turn a minor leak into a full engine replacement costing thousands instead of a simple afternoon fix. Number 11. Get your alignment checked if you feel any pull to one side. Bad alignment quietly destroys tires and suspension components years before they should naturally wear out, and replacing a full set of tires early because of uneven wear adds up fast. Number 12. Actually read your check engine light instead of ignoring it. Most codes point to cheap, simple issues when caught early, but the same problem left alone for months can cascade into something far more expensive, especially when a sensor issue starts affecting fuel mixture and eventually the catalytic converter. Number 13. Clean your throttle body once a year. Carbon builds up on the throttle plate regardless of how carefully you drive, and that buildup causes hesitation and rough idle that often gets misdiagnosed as a transmission problem, leading to inspection fees that were never necessary in the first place. Number 14. Buy fuel from busy, high-turnover gas stations. Fuel that sits in an underground tank for a long time collects more sediment and debris than most people realize, and that debris ends up clogging fuel filters and fouling sensors further down the line. Number 15. Mix in some highway driving if most of your trips are short. Constant short trips mean more start-stop cycling on nearly every component, more frequent cold starts, and less time for the engine to reach a stable operating temperature, all of which add up to faster wear over time. Number 16. Check your serpentine belt for cracks at every oil change. It's an inexpensive part, usually well under $50, but if it snaps while driving, it can strand you on the road and sometimes damage the water pump or other components on its way out, turning a small check into a roadside emergency and a much bigger repair bill. Number 17. Flush your brake fluid every few years. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time, even in a sealed system, and that trapped moisture slowly corrodes brake lines and calipers from the inside, which is a far more expensive fix than a routine flush that most people skip for years without realizing the risk. None of these habits cost much time or money on their own. Most take 15 minutes and a few dollars in parts or fluid. What they collectively save you is the $10,000 repair bill that eventually shows up when small problems get ignored for years at a time, one after another, until they compound into something that could have been avoided entirely. Think about your own car for a second. How many of these 17 are you already doing without even thinking about it, and which ones have you been putting off? Even picking just 2 or 3 you're not currently doing and starting this week can meaningfully extend how long your car lasts before anything serious goes wrong. Subscribe for more videos that help you keep your car running long after everyone else's has given up on theirs, and drop a comment letting me know which habit on this list surprised you the most.